Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@of Affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333386.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 14th of October. The session will be very interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start with our news. The first news that we are talking about is related coal gasification projects. Highly important. Remember, recently Coal India Limited has signed MOUs with BHEL, IOCL and GAIL India for setting up coal gasification unit. What will be the basic aim for this coal gasification projects? That is for reducing the forex outgo, the money that we are spending to import all that unit, all that fuel from outside the India. So our forex reserve is being reduced in that. So it will be aimed at reducing the forex outgo. It will help us to promote the self-reliance, that we can be Atmanirbhar, also capitalizing the indigenous resources and also ensuring the direct employment of more than 1200 to 1500 people and indirect employment of more than 20,000 to 30,000 people in this particular sector. Another thing, 4 large-scale coal to chemical projects will be set up here, and these coal to chemical projects that will be set up in which location? They will be in West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. So remember these, very important. Coming back, which are these organizations? CIL, that is Coal India Limited, signed 3 memorandum of understanding with BHEL, IOCL and GAIL for setting up a surface coal gasification projects under the aegis of Ministry of Coal. Highly important friends, question can be asked regarding this. If I talk to you about Coal India Limited, who is the chairman cum managing director? He will be Pramod Agrawal ji. Where is the headquarter? It is in Kolkata, West Bengal. And when was this established? It was established in 1975. One more thing friends that I need to tell you regarding the content that we provide you. Say for example, we are providing you pocket wise PDF. We are providing you topic wise current affairs. We are providing you weekly current affairs. We are providing you monthly current affairs PDF, also top 100 questions PDF. So remember, pocket wise pocket PDF and your topic wise PDF, they will be released on the 7th of every month. Alright, on the 7th. Then weekly, they are provided to you every 7 days. Alright, we make sure that every 7 days you are provided with weekly current affairs. For monthly and top 100 questions, remember on 10th of every month or before the 10th of every month, you will be provided with the monthly current affairs PDF.
Alright friend, the important thing that I want to mention here is that we provide content in English as well as in Hindi to all the students who are looking for the content of PDF in Hindi, because I have seen many times the students are asking for Hindi PDF, the content in Hindi. So students, for those students, those who are looking for Hindi content, you can check our Careers Cloud application, from where you can download the from the Google Store. You can download the app, and from that particular application, Careers Cloud application, you will be able to see various courses that are offered by us, and in those courses we offer you Hindi PDF along with English content also. Alright, so the students, those who are aiming for Hindi content, they can definitely check our Hindi PDFs also that are provided on the courses that are offered by us on our Careers Cloud application.
Moving on to next news. DOT, Department of Telecommunication, that comes under the Ministry of Communication, has granted Adani Group the license for telecommunication service in 6 circles. Or these 6 circles can be set as 6 states. And which are these states we are talking about here, to which the telecommunication service was, or telecom service license for telecom service was provided to Adani Group by DOT? They are Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Mumbai. I repeat, Adani Group has recently granted the license for telecom services in 6 circles or states. These are the states, and by whom this was granted to them? By DOT. Adani Group data network spent over around 212 crore rupees for 400 megahertz of spectrum in the 26 gigahertz band. In Gujarat and Mumbai, the company holds more than 100 megahertz of 5G spectrum each, and in Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, it has around 50 megahertz of spectrum each. Alright, highly important, remember this. Also remember, if we talk, this is regarding Adani Group, but if we talk about the Reliance Jio has also made the highest bid at the spectrum auction, winning a total of 24.7 gigahertz of spectrum, and the total amount of money Reliance Jio spent on the particular spectrum was around 88,078 crore rupees. This is the amount Adani Group spent on the 5G spectrum or these spectrum bands. Alright, so coming back, Department of Telecommunication granted Adani Group license for telecom services in 6 states, and these are the 6 states: Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. If we talk about Adani Group, we all know who is the founder and chairman, Gautam Adani. When was it established? 1988. And we know Adani is the third richest person now. If we are talking about Adani Group will be supplying electricity to Bangladesh, and also they have developed the one of the world's largest hybrid project that will be generating electricity from hybrid as well as from solar energy, that will be generating electric from wind energy as well as solar energy, and the amount of energy generated here will be 660 megawatt. Moving here, next news. 50th All Manipur Shumang Leela Festival for 21-22. Where was this observed? In Imphal. Question can be asked that Shumang Leela Festival, where it is observed, in which state? Imphal. Indigo joint sustainable initiative of World Economic Forum. Important. Arvind Kejriwal launched India's first virtual school for students. Important. And Arvind Kejriwal is the Chief Minister of which state? Delhi. Bajaj Finance and Adani Transmission in the top 10 most valued firms. Next, AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, signed an agreement with Adobe to enhance the digital literacy in India. Athletics Federation of India, AFI, has partnered with HSBC India to support young women athletes. NPPA, National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, launched apps for enhancing the ease of business. Mark this also. Next news now, friends. Next, we are talking about the first century, that is India's first century for endangered slender loris. As you can see this animal in the picture, for this first century for endangered slender loris has been set up in India, and the location where this is set up is Tamil Nadu. Alright, the first of its kind in India for the endangered slender loris in Karul and Dindigul districts of Tamil Nadu, and for this around 5 crore rupees will be spent until 2026 to set up this first sanctuary for endangered slandered loris to take care of this animal and make sure that its species keeps on living, and it will may also help them to reproduce their species. So coming back, it was Tamil Nadu government that is notified the Kadavur slender loris sanctuary that will be the first of its kind in India for the endangered slender loris, and for this Tamil Nadu will be spending around 5 crore rupees until 2026. The sanctuary will be spread across a total of 11,806 hectares after merging the forest areas of the 5,700 hectares in Karur and 6,106 hectares in Dindigul district of Tamil Nadu. Alright, moving on. Next, one more thing here you need to remember, this slender loris. Slender loris is listed as an endangered species on the red list of IUCN. And the lifespan of this slender loris is of around 15 years. The species or this species particular feeds on insects, reptiles, plant, shoots and fruits, etc. Alright, moving on. Next news. Next news, we are talking about United Nations Environment Program. With the help of UNEP, Textile Committee, they both have signed a cooperation agreement so that they will be doing a campaign on mainstreaming sustainability and circularity in the textile sector. I repeat, Textile Committee signed a cooperation agreement with United Nations Environment Program, the headquarters of which is in Nairobi, Kenya. And the reason for this cooperation agreement was to promote the sustainability and circularity in the textile value chain. Basically, what this will, with the help of this textile value chain, focus here, TVC. Textile value chain, basically it plays a very important role in the world economy, all right, but at the same time this also can adversely affect or contribute towards the environment also, because we know when we are developing any product, be it a apple chips also or be it any other thing, the mobile phone that you are watching from this video or the laptop or the table you are sitting on and studying for your government exams, so that table also and every other things requires a production, and because of the production it will definitely impact the environment in some other or the other way. All right, so similarly for that only, remember TVC that plays an important role in the world economic, but also at the same time it also adversely contributes to the environment. The main objective of this meeting was to put forward and discuss the sustainability initiatives across the textile value chain. That means whenever a product will be set up related to this textile industry, they should focus on the sustainable development. If there is a waste material, it should be treated properly. If there is a production of energy, then it should focus on the renewable sources of energy irrespective of the renewable non-renewable sources of energy. So these are some of the sustainable model on which the textile value chain will be based in India. For that only, United Nations Environment Program and Textile Committee signed a cooperation agreement on designing a campaign on mainstreaming sustainability and circularity in the textile sector. Alright, highly important friends. Apart from this, remember the global textile industry almost emits 1.2 billion tons of CO2. Billion tons of CO2 every year. 1.2 billion tons. That is a huge amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere every year. Every second, an equivalent of one garbage truck of textile is either burned or it is gone into landfill. Moving on, so this is the data you need to remember. It was United Nations Environment Program and Textiles Committee that have signed a cooperation agreement basically on sustainability and circularity in textile value chain, that we should focus more on the sustainable development project. That means any project that we are developing or any project that we are carrying out in this textile industry or textile sector should basically include sustainable models in them. Next, we are talking for the Minister of State for Communication, Devsina Chauhan. Devsina Chauhan has recently released a commemorative postage stamp on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of PIN code. What is the PIN code? 110027, 118820. Alright, these are basically your PIN codes that define a particular area or the district in which you are particularly living. All right, so for that only here you can see various 110001, 110011, 190001. These are basically the pin codes of various locations in India. And in order to celebrate the golden jubilee of pin code, Devsina Chauhan has recently released a commemorative postage stamp. Highly important. And where was this launched? These were launched in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Remember, also launched e-passbook. That is a feature of account holders of post office savings bank schemes. What is this ebook? This will offer various services through online web page, that means through online website. This will help to the balance inquiry for all the schemes, mini statements for saving banks, public provident funds and Sukanya Samriddhi account. Full statement not available on launch and will be introduced for POSB schemes in phased manner. All right. Another thing, remember, Minister also launched the PLI mobile training app that will provide online training and facilitate conducting of online examinations. All right, this app basically helps in training the material in audio as well as visual mode also. That will also help the people who have disabled or who are disabled. So coming back, remember, on the occasion of the golden jubilee of the pin code, Devsuna Chauhan launched a commemorative postage stamp. All right, highly important. Next, Jammu and Kashmir Police, they have launched a mobile online application JK eCop. Competitiveness roadmap for India at the rate of 100 was released. National Crime Records Bureau, that is your NCRB, has released the Accidental Death and Suicides India 21 report. Reliance Industries to build the world's largest carbon fiber plant in Hazira, Gujarat. Indian Railways to set up Meghdut machines in Mumbai station. Mark this. Tata Steel signed a memorandum of understanding with Punjab government to set up a steel plant in Ludhiana. Next, Cabinet approved signing an in memorandum of understanding between India and Nepal on the biodiversity conservation. So these are another some one-liners, friends, for previous month that you need to focus on. Next news. Next, we are talking about government accords the infrastructure status to data centers with over 5 megawatt capacity. What is being talked about here is, that means government has given the infrastructure status to the data centers that have or using for over 5 megawatt capacity. Basically, these data centers that are situated in dedicated or centralized building for the storage of data, for the processing of digital data or the applications with more than 5 megawatt of capacity of information and technology load for easier access to institutional credit at lower rates and attract foreign investment. That means so that the amount of energy or the amount of money they will be spending on the energy will be competitively less, as because they are working more towards the data processing and data storage. For that reason, central government has given, accorded means given, to give something to someone. So central government has accorded infrastructure status to data centers that are situated in a dedicated or centralized building for storage and processing of digital data. Also remember, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced that the infrastructure status for the data centers for more than 5 megawatt capacity of IT load in the budget for the fiscal year 23 also. Alright, and now it has been implemented. The capacity of data centers is measured in terms of power they consume, which will be reflected on the scale of the server on which they are hosting in their facilities. Say for example, when you, just a small example, when you are playing games on your laptop, you see your graphic cards or your dedicated graphic card starts to heat up, they starts to burn up, they starts working. So at that particular time you will be also noticing, then if you are playing games on your laptop, the amount of energy that will be consumed at that particular time will also higher than that when you are not using that in a such powerful way. So when these cards, when these hardwares, when these storage units, when these processing units are working, the amount of energy that is consumed is also high. One other example for this is, if you know about cryptocurrency, in cryptocurrency there is a term of crypto mining. What is mining? When multiple cards, multiple virtual these graphic cards are stacked up together, and with the help of software these are running to solve the high algorithms, and in return on solving those algorithms you will be provided with some amount of reward in terms of cryptocurrency only, which you can sell further to gain the amount of money. So similar to that only, these during last few months or last year or so, there was a heavy debate on this also, that these crypto mining also is consuming a large amount of energy, that is also increasing the price of and bringing the load on the energy sector. So these energy should now be shifted to the renewable as instead of the non-renewable source of energy. All right, so due to that only, central government has accorded infrastructure status to these data centers, so that the amount of money that will be, because it requires high amount of energy to process the data, it requires high amount of energy to do that algorithms. If there is a supercomputer, you also need to understand these supercomputers will also require high amount of energy to work, because the amount of processing that is done on those supercomputers is way too large, and each processing requires some amount of energy. And for that, so that these institutions do not have to pay a large sum of in their electricity needs, so to cut down that electricity amount or electricity bill, this step was taken. Next, government has scrapped the privatization of sales Bhadravati steel plant in Karnataka. I repeat, government of India scrapped the privatization of the Steel Authority of India Limited iron and steel plant that is in Bhadravati in Karnataka due to the insufficient bidder interest. Government, with the approval of alternative mechanism, decided to annul the expression of interest and terminate the present transaction. So due to the lack of insufficient bidder interest, this particular privatization of this VISB, that is your Vishwarya iron and steel plant that is located in Karnataka, has now been scrapped. Next we are talking about Power X, that is your a cyber security exercise that was conducted by two organizations for 193 invited power security or power sector utilities. All right, basically the main objective of this Power X exercise was to recognize, analyze and respond to cyber incidents in information and technology system. That means to focus and to take serious steps against the cyber attacks and be prepared for these cyber attacks for future and make a process for them. This was the main objective of this Power X exercise. Remember, it was CERT India, that is Computer Emergency Response Team of India, that has collaborated with Power CSIRT, that is your Power Computer Security Incident Response Team in the power sector, and they together will be working on this exercise to recognize, analyze and respond to cyber incidents in IT sector. The main exercise of this, main theme of this particular exercise, Power X, is defending cyber induced disruption in IT and OT infrastructure. I repeat, defending cyber induced disruption in IT and OT infrastructure. This was the theme of this particular exercise, that is Power X 2022. All right, highly important. Move on. Next, we are talking about THE ranking, that is your Times Higher Education ranking. IISc Bangalore, that is your Indian Institute of Science of Bangalore, that is in Karnataka, has secured the #1 spot among the Indian universities in the Times Higher Education World University rankings. Mark this first information, that what was the rank of the IISc Bangalore in the among the Indian universities in this THE World University ranking. So it was ranked #1 spot. Also, according to the THE, that is World University ranking for 2023, IISc Bangalore secured the top position. IISc Bangalore ranked #1 among the Indian institutions, falling into the 251 to 300 band after spending 3 years in the 301 to 350 range of rank. It is also the only university in India to make the top 300 list, that is your IISc Bangalore. Apart from this, remember 75 institutions were included in the Times Higher Education World University ranking for 2023, and India is the 5th most represented country on this particular list. All right, highly important. Another thing, remember, for the first consecutive time, University of Oxford is ranked first in the world as the best university. All right, Oxford University. Next, we are talking about a report, that is India bears world's highest health economic burden due to lead poisoning center. And we know what is one of the main reason of lead poisoning. The lead poisoning can occur in contaminated air, contaminated water, contaminated soil, adults who work with batteries, all right, home renovations, all right. These are some sources of lead poisoning, all right. And India bears the world's highest economic burden due to lead poisoning. And this data was released by whom? It was published by UNICEF, all right, along with Pure Earth. These two organizations released the report that stated that India bears the world's highest health and economic burden with over 275 million children affected due to lead poisoning. And if we are talking about globally, around 800 million children are affected due to lead poisoning. All right. Then remember, this report was jointly published by UNICEF and Pure Earth in 2020, and which was reviewed and published by Niti Aayog in association with CSIR. I repeat, see, if question asks that who released this report related to lead poisoning, it was released by UNICEF along with Pure Earth, and it was released in 2020. But now recently this report was reviewed by Niti Aayog along with CSIR, and it was in July 2022 that was researched and published again. All right, highly important. Next, one more thing you need to remember, if we are talking about, we know about UNICEF, but what is this Pure Earth? Pure Earth basically is a non-profit organization that is working towards solving the toxic pollution problems and improving the lives of the low middle income countries. Here, if we talk about who will be the president of Pure Earth, Richard Fuller. Where is the headquarter of Pure Earth? It is located in New York. And if we are talking about the Indian headquarter, where is the Indian headquarter of Pure Earth? It is in New Delhi. When was this established? It was in 1999. Then this Pure Earth was established. So coming back, remember, if in question is asked, a report that was released related to the lead poisoning was released by which two organizations in 2020? They were UNICEF and Pure Earth. And if we are talking about recently for July 2022, it was reviewed and published by Niti Aayog and CSIR. Next, Living Planet Report 2022. Wildlife populations declined by 69% in the last 50 years. So recently a report was released by World Wildlife Fund, that is WWF for Nature, World Wildlife Fund for Nature, that stated that in the past 50 years, that is since 1970s, the average population of the wildlife, be it mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles or fish, have declined by almost 69% in the last 50 years. That means from 1970 onwards. Highly important data, remember. This is the Living Planet report of 2022. This is the 14th edition of this report that is published every 2 years. And who released this report? It was released by World Wildlife Fund for Nature. I repeat, World Wide Fund for Nature released this report, Living Planet report, and that was the 14th edition of this report. Every 2 years this report is released, and this report stated that in the past 50 years we have almost lost 69 to 70% of the wildlife population. Alright, here in this report, a study is done on the global level, be it a biodiversity of and various wildlife, and then this report is compiled and tracked every 2 years. Also remember, in this Living Planet Index, that is your LPI, which tracks roughly around 32,000 populations of more than 5,200 species worldwide, it reveals that the number of the vertebrate animals is declining at an exceptionally alarming rate in the tropical regions of the world. The major reason we can state to this is that urbanization. Humans have started cutting the home for these wildlife species. That means the forests, the trees are being cut down, due to which we are seeing as the number of cities are increasing, as the urbanization is processing, then we will be seeing more decline in this population of wildlife in the coming years. Next, Paytm has partnered with Jana Small Finance Bank for the deployment of card devices. I repeat, 197 Communication, that is the parent company of Paytm brand, has partnered with Jana Small Finance Bank so that they can deploy the card machines in an effort to promote the digitization among Indian merchants. Paytm and Jana Small Finance Bank, remember, and they are together speeding up the digital payment revolution in India. We also know that Paytm was one of the organization that brought the digitization of the payment systems in India by introducing their wallets. All right, highly important. Next, Paytm brand's parent company 197 Communication partnered with Jana Small Finance Bank. Mark this. Additionally, Paytm cards machines enables its customers, merchant customers, to accept payment in many languages via UPI, debit cards, credit card, net banking, international cards, post payment, Paytm wallet, EMI, and what are all these options are available for them to send payments. Then, if we talk about the Paytm, who is the Chief Executive Officer here? Vijay Shekhar Sharma. If we talk about Jana Small Finance Bank, who will be the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer here? Ajay Kanwal ji. When did they start their operations? In 2018, Jana Small Finance Bank. Where is the headquarter of it located? It is located in Bangalore, Karnataka. Next, we need to remember is SBI, State Bank of India, has surpassed 6 trillion rupees in asset under management under the home loan segment. SBI launched the festive bonanza for home loan buyers, and the bank has crossed 5 trillion mark in January 2021. SBI aims to make home loans affordable for all prospective buyers amidst the ongoing festive season. As a part of the festive bonanza, SBI will offer a concession of up to 0.25% on home loans, 0.15% of the top-up loans, and 0.3% on the loan against property. Highly important. Also remember, the bank has also waived off the processing fee on the home loans up to 31st of Jan 2023. The reason for this is that can encourage the people to buy more and more houses. That will indirectly help them also, as well as they will help, it will help bank in providing loans and getting interest for them. Next we are talking about Karur Vyasaya Bank has reappointed KG Mohan as their board member for the next 3 years. I repeat, Karur Vyasaya Bank has reappointed KG Mohan as its non-executive independent director for the how many years? For next 3 years. Highly important market. KVB, Karur Visai Bank. It is a commercial bank, a scheduled commercial bank, and headquarter of which is in Tamil Nadu. Next, NSDL. NSDL has acquired 5.6% stake in the e-commerce platform ONDC for 10 crore rupees. I repeat, National Securities Depository Limited NSDL acquired a 5.6% stake in the digital commerce platform ONDC. The NSDL invested 10 crore rupees to buy 1 million shares, which translates to around 5.6% equity stake in ONDC, and which was the first e-commerce platform or e-platform or mobile application that was launched on this ONDC network. It was your Paytm Mall. This also, it is also important. So NSDL has acquired 5.6% stake in ONDC for 10 crore rupees. Next, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has released a book on the Odisha's lesson in the governance during pandemic, and the name of the book is Pandemic Disruptions and Odisha's Lessons in Governance. Highly important. Authored by Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament from Odisha, Dr. Amar Patnaik ji, and Chief Minister of Odisha Naveen Patnaik released the book. Authored by Dr. Amar Patnaik, released by Naveen Patnaik. Alright, and this book will be published by Vitasta Publishing Private Limited. Next, World Sight Day. On 13th of October, we observe World Sight Day. Highly important. This day is observed on second Thursday. This day is observed on second Thursday of October every year. In 2022, it was on 13th of October that we saw this. The theme for the particular World Sight Day is Love Your Eyes. Love Your Eyes is the theme for the World Sight Day. Next, International Day for Disaster Reduction. This day is observed on 13th of October, and the theme that you need to remember for this International Day of Disaster Reduction is early warning. Early warning is the theme for the International Day for Disaster Reduction observed on 13th of October. Then remember, the first time this day was observed was in 2010, and now in 2022 we are observing the 30th of October. Every year we are observing this day since 2010. So these are your current affairs, friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. CIL signed an MOU with BHEL, IOCL and GAIL for setting up coal gasification projects. Adani Group receives the license from Department of Telecommunications to provide telecom services in 6 circles, that in 6 states. Tamil Nadu notified India's first sanctuary for endangered slender loris and it has been marked into the list of IUCN as the endangered species. TC signed cooperation agreement with UNEP to promote sustainability and circularity in textile value chain. Devusina Chauhan has released a commemorative postage stamp on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of PIN code. Government accords infrastructure status to data centers with over 5 megawatt capacity. Government scraps privatization of sales Bhadravati steel plant that is located in Karnataka due to less interest coming up. CERT India and Power CSIRTs has joined on to launch a exercise Power X 2022. This will basically focus on the cyber security. Times Higher Education World University ranking for 2023 was released, where IISc of Bangalore was placed in the first position from India, and 75 Indian institutions were also featured into this Times Higher Education World University ranking. Also remember, apart from this, 75 institutions was also featured, and India was the 5th most represented nations in this particular list. Next, UNICEF and Pure Earth has report reveals India's economic risk towards lead poisoning. Alright, Living Planet report for 2022 was released and it stated that world wildlife population, be it mammals, vertebrates, birds, alright, other species are on decline by around 69% on the last 50 years. Next, RBI has issued consolidated guidelines on the unhedged foreign currency exposure. Paytm has collaborated with Jana Small Finance Bank to roll out the card services. SBI First Bank to achieve the milestone and home loan AUM crosses 6 trillion rupees. Also, they are providing various cut in interest loan rates for the various home buyers. Karur Vasai Bank has reappointed KG Mohan as their board member for the next 3 years. NSDL acquired 5.6% stake in the e-commerce platform ONDC for 10 crore and Paytm Mall was the first app to be launched on this. CM Naveen Patnaik released a book on Odisha's lessons in governance during pandemic. World Sight Day on 13th of October and International Day for Risk Reduction. I repeat, International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction is observed on 13th of October. So that's all for the day, friends. Now it's time for your homework. First question, skilling of girls in the non-traditional livelihood has been included in which flagship scheme? Second, which union ministry is associated with one nation, one grid, one frequency and one national load dispatch center? So this is second and this is one of the most important question. Next, PM Divine. This was the name of the scheme that was seen in news recently at the development of which region? Evidence of the trapping zone has been discovered in which country? Tell me. Fifth, as per the recent data, which is the CPI based retail inflation record in India? So these are your 5 homework questions, friends. Don't cheat. Don't just copy the answer from someone other. Just read yourself, just go through the Google. If you don't know the answer, just Google yourself the answer and then read about it. Then you will be getting a plenty of knowledge and that will also help you to boost up your preparation. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session and you can follow us on the YouTube channel as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com. And I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.